If you're watching this, you chose wisely.
A race across 3 continents.
And in this sort of race, there's no silver medal for finishing second. Hang on, Dad, we're going in!
Into the homeland of the enemy.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
Alright, so Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is a movie directed by Steven Spielberg, produced by George Lucas, and starring Harrison Ford, and we're adding Harrison Ford's father, not his real father, but Indiana Jones' father, Sean Connery. Hello, I'm Sean Connery. Alright, so I've never seen Last Crusade before. I've been doing my series of reviews of the Indiana Jones movies, mainly because I just want to watch them all. I watched Raiders a couple times, and my review of Raiders was my second time watching. I just watched Temple of Doom a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm watching Last Crusade. And here's what I'll say about Last Crusade. I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie. First off, I love the beginning of the movie. The beginning of the movie is kind of like, it's Indy when he's a kid. He's I guess teenager. You see that stuff's going down, and he's trying to rescue a priceless artifact, and he's like, it belongs in a museum, and it's played by River Phoenix, and it shows that anyone can beat Indiana Jones. And that's the thing that's interesting about Indiana Jones, is that Steven Spielberg created Indiana Jones mainly because he never got picked to do a Bond movie. So George Lucas had his ideas, is like, what about an archaeologist who could change faces, every now and then, just like a James Bond character, and we can call him Indiana Smith. And he was like, no. It's like, and he's like, no, try again. Okay, how about Indiana Jones? And magic was made. Alright, so The Last Crusade is the third in the series of Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Temple of Doom, and this one. Like I said, I love this movie, and everything about it I liked. I liked all the characters. I thought Harrison Ford was probably the best of all three. Maybe he might have been better in Raiders, but Last Crusade, but I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But the thing I really like about this movie is that you add a new character into it. You add in Sean Connery as Henry Jones, which you find out that Eddie's name is Henry Jr. Jones. And it was such a cool moment. Some of the action sequences are really cool in this movie. The thing on the horse when he's jumping on the tank, I thought that was really cool. And then just some of the puzzle finding, doing all the tomb stuff. That's one thing I really missed I didn't like about Temple of Doom that much, was that you didn't get to see too much of what Raiders was. And it was also cool because you brought back the one guy who played Gimli in Lord of the Rings, but he was also in the first Raiders. I thought he was fantastic in this movie as well. And he even brought in his museum partner, the guy who controlled the museum. And the four just all have good chemistry with each other. And then you have an interesting love interest who kind of throws Indy for a loop. And you have the villain who played the villain in Star Wars. He was also Grand Maester Pycelle in Game of Thrones. Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade is probably my favorite Indiana Jones movie. And I like Raiders of the Lost Ark, don't get me wrong, but I thought Last Crusade was on such a higher level. I really liked the story more, and I just love the characters in there. And then the ending when they're all on horses riding off into the sunset, very much like a Western. And this really ends a great trilogy because there's only 3 of them. So I am going to give Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, you guessed it, an A+. My favorite of the trilogy. So this ends a solid trilogy of my reviews of my Indiana Jones reviews. Who knows what I'll be doing next? Actually, probably my next series of reviews will probably be The Godfather, but that won't be coming out till, I think, October. It might be the end of September. I haven't really figured that out yet. So guys, have you seen Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade? What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And guys, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe, see more, tell your friends about Easy Nation. All to you.